All right, everybody, welcome back to Dad and Daughters Collectibles. Today, I had some very good responses to when I did this in the past, so I'm going to try doing it again. And today, I'm going to do a September 2025 buyer's guide. This is sort of I've watched a lot of video, I watch a lot of content, I watch a lot of rips. I do less ripping than I'd like to do. You certainly see we do a fair amount on the channel. There's a lot of people who do a lot more than me. I watch a lot of that. And this is my take on what products that are kind of you can expect to find at some point on the shelf, mostly retail. That should you buy it or not? Right? Is it a good value? Is this something I? Is this a lot of times it's hard to know. Should I buy this? It looks cool. I don't know. What are my chances of getting hit? This is going to be my take based on what I know at the end of August. So this is going to lead into, I'm filming this the last couple of days of August. So this is leading into September. I've watched almost every single one of these products get ripped. I've read about them. I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm going to rank them based on where I think they are strictly on value. Is this a good return on investment? Is this something you're going to have? I think I'm ranking on value. Are you getting good value out of the product? If you're spending $30, what's your chance of making that 30 back? What's your chance of making half of it back, right? That's kind of where we're at this. The other thing I'm going to judge it on is fun. It doesn't have to if it gets you $15, but you just have a ton of fun, that's also going to score. So value and fun are kind of how I'm judging these products. I've got, I don't know, a dozen, maybe 14 here to rank, and I'm going to go through them one by one and score them based on my opinion and what I've seen. So in order, the first one is a new product that I didn't even know was releasing. I have seen it online and in stores at this point. It is Panini Crusade 2025. It says there is one autograph on box on average. It's releasing at the exact same time as Panini Prism Baseball. So these are two unlicensed baseball products by Panini hitting shelves at the same time. Prism is the superior brand based on two rips I've seen so far. One of them had Panini points in it. I do not believe this is going to be a great product to buy at retail cost. So I am going to put this as a D tier product. I'll blow this up at the end, but that is Panini Crusade. I think this is a D at retail cost. As if these start to go on sale for $40, $35, 30, that could easily move up to a C or a B. But for right now, $50, I think that's a D tier product. I think it should be a pass for almost everybody unless you just absolutely love the look of Crusade baseball. Next is an oldie but goodie 2025 Bowman Baseball. I've opened this a lot. I talk about it a lot. This is specifically the blaster format. I don't have megas on here. I would rank megas one tier below the blasters, maybe even two tiers. Blasters are the ones you want to get. If you can get them, they are still $30 almost everywhere and certainly online. I'm going to make this an A product. I think this just is a great return. You can get some dud boxes with no parallels and just chrome and inserts, but on average, you're typically getting one numbered card, one color. Oftentimes, you're getting an auto every 4 or 5 boxes. It seems like you have a chance at case hits. I believe they're like mangas. They look really cool. Those hold some good value. And if you like prospecting and holding on to players, like you've got a chance for some of these players to really pay off. And some of these prospects are hot right now. I just think it's a really great product for $30. Hasn't gone up in price. A tier product for sure. All right, I talked about Prism Baseball. So I've got 3 of them on here. I believe I've got blasters. Yep, I've got blasters. I'm going to do all 3 of these next. They're a little bit out of order here, but I'll do that. Megas, hobby, and blasters. I've seen I've not seen any hobby yet. Hobby is dropping. If you're watching this the first few days of September, hobby is dropping in the first week or two. Right now, hobby has been listed around 150 to 160. So that's what, let's do hobby first since I'm talking about that. At 150 to 160, I think hobby is a B buy. 2 autos, and I want to say just 2 autos. But Prism is the premier unlicensed brand. Prism is the brand that if you're going to look for a player in an unlicensed, Prism's the first one you're going to look at. 2 autos is very good for $150. Very comparable to Donruss. Donruss dropped in a hobby box to $115 and is now back in the $125 to $130 range as people are looking to find value in the hobby as prices continue to go up. So if this is going to be in the 150 to 160 range, or maybe when it comes out, that's where it starts and it drops to 130, 140, I think this is a really solid B buy. Last thing I'll add is if you are watching this the first few days of September, September 3rd, I believe, the Wednesday, is going to be the first off the line drop photo. Right now, those are listed at 350 starting price with a bottom of 150. If you can pick up any of those for under 250, 200 to 250, that's a good buy. If you get it under 200, it's a great buy. You're guaranteeing one auto, I believe, to 8 or less, and three or four photo exclusive number to 14 or less. Getting numbered cards that low guaranteed is a great deal. If you're interested, go to the Panini website and put it on your calendar. Look for that photo drop early September. Again, 2 to 250, good price. Under 200, fantastic price. Let's hit the megas and the blasters. So the megas are supposedly have one auto guaranteed for $50. I'm going to put it as a D next to Crusade. I would actually put it above Crusade if I can move it. Yeah. So I think if you're going to buy, if you just were like, gosh, I got $50 I want to spend, I want to get one of these two, I'd get the mega over the Crusade mega. Supposedly guaranteed one auto, but again, at $50, it's hard to justify. I think these got to drop to 40 to 50 to move them up a tier, and the same with the Prism Blaster. I think it's in the same range as these. I like unlicensed baseball. I'm all for it. It's a great alternative. You're typically going to get a few more cards than you're going to get a few more interesting cards than like Topps Chrome, for example, but it is unlicensed and it sells for less. I think these are all okay buys. I think they're all D tier buys at retail price. As they drop in price, they move up the list. Chrome. Let's do Chrome. Chrome Blasters. I think it's a C product. It's boomer bust. You can hit it high. Most of the time, you're going to hit it low. I mean, the reason it's a C is because sometimes it's down here. Sometimes it's up here, right? And so you kind of just split the middle and call it a C product. If you're going to buy just one, it's tough to get lucky. If you buy 3 or 4, chances are you're going to hit something in there. The question is this something going to be a $20 or $30 card, or is it going to be a $100 or $200 card? So that's why I think it's a pretty much a C product. I've talked about it enough. I think that's where you put it for $40. If these come down from 40 again, maybe that proposition at $30 it goes up to a B, but I think at retail it's a C. Megas, I'm going to put down here. I would probably put them ahead of Crusade. I would put them somewhere in the middle of all of this Panini stuff. Probably ahead of most of the Panini products, maybe all of them, but it is also very boom, very bust. $70, and I've seen multiple boxes at $70 have no parallels, only Ray Waves and X. I mean, no potential MVP buybacks, just $70 for $5 to $10 worth of cards. It's hard to offload those parallels. They make 10 to 15,000 of each of those parallels. They're just really hard. Even if you get a top rookie, it's only a few bucks. It's really tough. Now, can you get something great? Absolutely, right? But if I'm spending 70 on a mega, I'd rather just go get 2 blasters for 80 because my chances of pulling something there are better. So that's where I would rank these products. I would put it at the top of the D list. Again, I'm a supporter of unlicensed, but these need to drop in price to move ahead of like a Chrome Mega at 70, in my opinion. Other stuff out there. So let me do football because football is really interesting. Panini and Topps. I don't think Topps has put out a product for football in a while. They get the license at the turn of the year, and I'm sure they are ramping up. They better be ramping up production because of how hot football is. And if they're not ready to go with it, they're going to have people mad. If you follow WWE, they took over the WWE license in spring. They launched one product, and now they're just launching their second product in August. And prices of everything WWE went up in the meantime because people just wanted to open it and they didn't make anything. So Topps better be ready to go with football because it is baseball and football are the top, I believe, certainly when I go to the store, if there's a good product out for either of those are the ones that are gone first. So Panini football, they do not have any of the 2 top players, I believe, from the class signed exclusively with them. The prices on Panini football, I don't know if they're just trying to gouge at the end. It's hard for me to say they are. I don't necessarily blame Panini because there's a lot of price manipulation going on with breakers. There's videos on it. You can go watch it. They go buy out the photo products way overpriced. Then Panini ups the price of the hobby to respond to that. I have no idea who's buying this stuff at the prices they are. There are some $400 or $500 boxes that produce $50 worth of cards. While that can be true on the top side as well, it seems to be much more true on the football side, especially 2025 football. 2025 football is a stay away from for me right now. I bought one 2025 Elite. Cards look kind of cool. I can't imagine paying full retail when you don't have a chance at some of the top autographs in the rookie class. All the 2024 quarterbacks are second year. They are not holding value. I'm putting any 2025 football as an F product at this point, unless something changes. I have a picture of Origins here, but Score is out. Um, Elite is out. You've got Donruss coming out, which has downtowns in it. So unless they up the hit rate and downtowns are in every other box, which of course would drive down the value, I just can't. I don't see ourselves buying much 2025 football other than to give the kids a break because they like opening football. It's not a good value proposition from what I'm seeing. Optic Basketball 24-25. So the 24-25 rookie class, not largely heralded, but the Optic Blasters have a chance at Optic Downtowns, and people love those, especially in basketball. I'm putting this as a C product from what I've seen. Very similar to Chrome. Got the boom bust potential. You can get low numbered optics, which is one of the premier brands for Panini. You can hit some big cards, low numbered stars, low numbered rookies. You can hit the downtowns, but you're going to get dusted a lot too. So it is one of those boomer bust products. And that's where I would put it. Not high on my list to buy if you just are aching for some basketball, can find one for $30. It's not the worst thing you can do, but hold your, don't set your expectations low because it's not, don't expect to pull anything. I have Donruss mega boxes on here. So this is Donruss baseball unlicensed. At retail, I'm going to put these in the same row of all the other unlicensed baseball. Paying $50 for these, I just don't think it's great value. Now I'm starting to see these drop to $45, starting to see them drop to $40 on the Menards website, which again, if you're not familiar, I've talked about Menards before. They have them out there for about $38 right now and 11% rebate. So if you're somebody who has access to Menards, you can get 11% rebate to go use at Menards to pick up home goods, right? They do home repair. It's like a Home Depot. Anything you find at Home Depot, you can also find at Menards. So not a bad buy. That's probably a C buy if you're doing it specifically from Menards. But in general, right now, put this as a D as the price goes down. Same with blasters. This could move up to a C or a B if they get into the $35 to $30 range on megas or $20 range on the blasters. Let's do this one. Mosaic Basketball. This is the product, if you're looking for a return on your money right now, that you need to buy. I know NBA is not for everybody. Mosaic Basketball is absolutely stacked. 1 to 2 numbered cards per mega. Really good chance at autos, and some of it's a sticker dump, but a lot of those autos are still in the $10 to $20 range. 1 to 2 numbered cards per box. Chance at case hits. Multiple case hit inserts along with Genesis hits. It is not very hard to get your money back on one of these boxes. They are $50. You got to put in some money to get your money back. You could hit a $20 or $30 box, but your low end is still very, very safe. To me, it is the retail product, any sport right now, to buy. If you can get them for $50 and they're still online for $50, stores are still selling them for $50. It is, to me, the number one retail product right now. And if you're just looking for value, it is the product you should be looking for. WNBA. Megas and blasters. We have not seen how these are composed yet. This is speculation on my part. However, WNBA cards are hot. And if you are somebody who values just value in cards, you should be looking at WNBA products as they come out. People will tell you Caitlin Clark carries the value of the set. That certainly was true in 2024. She will have second year cards. Those are going to hold some good value. Paige Beckers has rookie cards. There is another decent rookie class in there, and all those rookies will be having their first cards. Paige Beckers will be the big chase. Why do I think this is an A-tier product without seeing it? Because of the price of the 2024 WNBA products, and because they're hard to get at this point because they're not available at retail, and everyone's secondary prices are basically double to triple because of the Caitlin Clark rookies. People are going back to buy 23, 22, 21 WNBA, and the price of those blasters with fairly weak rookie classes have all gone up from some of those were $10 or $15 blasters that if you go out to like Dave and Adams or any of the big retailers, they're all selling for $30 to $40. Now, there is an appetite for WNBA like there has never been before, and this will be the first 2025 product. It will have downtowns in it for all the stars, all the rookie class from last year, as well as the Paige Beckers rookies. As of right now, I think this is an A-tier product, and if you're just looking for value, you should be looking at WNBA Donruss when that comes out. I'm not sure if that's going to be September or October. They're very fuzzy on the date right now. Dick's Sporting Goods has them shipping at the end of October. Hobby boxes are likely coming out sooner. I don't know where those are going to hold. If those are in the $400 range, it's probably a B because I think still that's too high. But hobby boxes will be coming out first. Then these, if you see these at retail, I would highly recommend picking them up. Last one is a wild card. It is not a new product. It is a product I've talked about before. I've done some more research on it. It is Topps Japan 2024. I'm going to put this as an A product, and I've done some more reading about this. I'm going to tell you why this is an A product. It's about a $200 hobby box. There are some sellers on Japan who sell these on eBay. They have very, very good feedback. You can see people who purchased them and got them shipped in 2 to 3 weeks. I just bought one for myself. I will let you know how that goes. And assuming it shows up in 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to rip it. Why do I think this is an awesome set? Okay, one, it is a 200 card set. It is a combined set of all the 2024 releases. So it has the 2024 rookie class. It has stars, all of the stars of the MLB and good players. And it sort of cuts out all those mid to low tier players who have a card because Topps needs to fill up 700 or 800 cards over the course of Series 1, Series 2, and update. So it's 200 cards of the best players. That's number one. Second, the print run for the base cards is estimated to be about 15,000. I talked about Chrome and all of those silver ray waves, all of those X fractors, all of those sepias are in the like 8 to 12,000 range. Those are parallels in Chrome. The base cards have around a 15,000 print run. Many of those are going to be opened up in Japan, so they're never going to see the light of day over here. So in terms of what's actually available to the US market, it might be only half of that. It might be a print run of almost 7,500 to us. Yes, I understand you could buy it in Japan and sell it, and there's ways to do that. But a lot of that's going to be over there, right, and not available to us. So you've got stars, you've got rookies, you've got low print runs, you have awesome parallels. So there is a koi fish parallel, there is a lotus blossom parallel, and all the other parallels are exclusive to Japan. I believe there's a turquoise at 150 and a purple at 100. I don't know all. I've looked them up. I can look them up. There's reds at 5s. There's platinum 101s. Awesome looking parallels. And with such a, you're getting about 4 to 5 of those per box. And again, they're all the stars. So you're not getting, well, like, cool, I got a card to 99, but it is a no-name player and this card's worth a buck. Every parallel you get has a chance at being a really big card. It's got a Showtime for Shohei Ohtani insert set exclusive to Japan. It's also got Japanese exclusive inserts showcasing Japanese stars of the MLB past and present. Very, very cool thematically. $200 ish. You can get these a little bit more on someone like the Steel City and DA Card World, blowout cards, etc., in the 225 to 250 range. But when you're talking about like a Chrome 2025 hobby being about that price versus this, I'll take this every day. Like your chances of getting good hits are just much higher. Chance at autos, chance at relics, all the same sort of stuff. Low print run. I just love this set. It could even be S tier. But there's only a few videos on YouTube except for breaks, and I just don't like watching breaks. People like us, content creators, opening this, I've only seen about 4 or 5 videos, and each one puts a smile on my face. Each one makes me go, that's a cool product. I'm hoping I can have some success with it when my box comes too. If you're looking for something interesting to open, semi-affordable in the $200 range, look at Topps 2024 Japan. So this is my September 2025 buying list. I hope this is something you guys find helpful. Going through it again. S tier, Mosaic 2024 25 basketball. A tier, 2025 Bowman, 25 WNBA Donruss, blasters or megas. This could change, but at least right now that's where I'm putting those. Topps Japan hobby. Prism baseball hobby. Again, these are all if you get them at retail price. If they get marked up, that changes. If they get marked down, they could go up, right? Then you got Chrome Baseball, Optic Basketball. Then you've got Chrome Megas, all of the Panini Megas, and then anything football, I'm just not touching. I just don't think it's a good value right now. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Love to hear your feedback. And let me know if you wanted me to do more of this stuff. I find it, I love doing stuff like this. I think it's really interesting. I think it's interesting content. And I think it's great because so many people don't know what to buy. And this gives people an idea of at least somebody who watches enough and isn't results oriented. I'm not looking, oh, somebody opened a downtown in Optic Basketball. Everyone should go buy that. just because someone did that doesn't mean it's a good product, right? You got to see a large sample size, see what the odds are, see kind of like what the average experience is, and I try to do my best to represent that here. Again, let me know if you disagree. If you're like, hey, you're wrong on this. I've opened 50 of these and we're crushing it. Like, good news is new info can change data, and if I need to do that, we can add that in the comments. So if you like what you see, give us a like and subscribe. And remember, girls are collectors too.